Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm at Britain's newest railway station, Cambridge South. So I'm here at Cambridge South on opening day and I'm going to go and explore Britain's newest station. Another Greater Anglia train there. There's a Thameslink train just behind it, so I think it's now time to say which operators come here. Greater Anglia, of course, Great Northern, the one I got on, and Thameslink. They all come here. On Google Maps, it does say it gets some cross-country services, so I'm interested to see what country services there are, but I'll go look at the timetable in a minute. So my question's just been answered. Cross-country services do operate here. Just on, it's going to start from tomorrow. It's the Stansted Airport services, I believe. There's also a waiting room on the island platform. And in the shelter on the island platform, there is a space for a wheelchair. Of course, recently the renationalisation of the railways has been happening. Great British Railway coming back, and Cambridge House is going to be the very first station to have Great British Railway branding. So services to London Liverpool Street, obviously operated by Greater Anglia, seems to be every half an hour, and King's Cross seems to be roughly every half an hour as well, so very frequent. And it's also worth noting that some of the trains only take 45 minutes to get into London from here, Cambridge South. So I've come to the main entrance at platform 1. It's a free water refill point there and toilets as well. So out the front of the station, a few parking spaces, taxi rank, not really that much, but there's just so many bike spaces and racks, which is really good for the station to have that. So while I'm out the front, what does the station serve? Well, it serves the biomedical campus, university, something like that. And the other side of the station is the town of Trumpington. And I believe somewhere in that biomedical campus is where AstraZeneca, the COVID vaccine, was first developed. So it is worth noting that the station was supposed to open last December, however, it was delayed by 6 months. Anyway, let's go back into the station for a deeper explore. There's obviously the main stairs at the front of the station. There's also some not connecting platform 1 at the rear part of the station.
Now approaching platform 4 is the delayed 9:46 Great Northern service to Cambridge, calling at Cambridge only.
Thameslink train arriving here on platform 4. And on the platforms, there's really not that much. They don't have the classic dot matrices, I guess is what they're moving today. They're moving to more of those smaller ones. Bin bags, obviously, there's quite a lot of those actually, and benches, and what you'd expect for a station. So I'd say the platforms are quite long, but I was expecting it to be, like a really big station, a bit like Stratford International. But yeah, it's not. The platforms aren't that wide. So I mean, I was really expecting a big station because it's supposed to serve 1.8 million people per year. I know there's quite a lot of trains that come here. I mean, there's basically a train every 3 or 4 minutes. So that could be why they don't need to have such big platforms, because everyone's going in and out. But I don't know, yeah, I did think it would be a bit bigger than it is. As well as the dot matrices, there's a few of these things around. I mean, it tells you a bit, you can have onward travel, that kind of stuff, passenger assistance. So yeah, it's quite useful as well. And on this information screen, you can see onward travel and have a good look at Google Maps. You can see hospital there and the biomedical park. So Thameslink service to Brighton's just arrived. I think that's probably the furthest you can get from this station without changing. So yeah, quite good. Obviously, Thameslink mainline services do stop at Cambridge South. Greater Anglia train there going to Stansted Airport. And one thing you immediately get the feel of is just how much action there is here, how much train spotting you can do, because this train once every 3 or 4 minutes. This one's going to Cambridge North. So I'm here on the island platform, Cambridge South. Obviously, it has 4 platforms. Thameslink train arriving in. And on the stairs, there are also some words, not really sure what they mean, but it's a nice touch. something else to like about the station is that it's a really nice station. It's really nice and aesthetically pleasing. I mean, I think probably the curved aspects of it give it that feeling, but I think the area around it also helps with that. But there's just some nice little touches like the writing on the staircase. And I think that with a lot of modern stations these days, I like to use Stratford International as an example. They're quite blocky and industrial and square-like. So it's really nice that they've done a good job of this station. And they have spent 3 years on it, to be fair. But yeah, they've done a really good job. And I would advise you to come down to Cambridge South and see it. And from platform 2, Grace Anglia service departing to London Liverpool Street. So as the Great Northern train leaves, I'm going to go and leave the station and have a little look around there. But also just noticed that on the roofs are solar panels, so yeah, a nice modern touch to the new station. Another water refill point there. So the other side of the station, there's a cycle path there, and this path, which leads you down to, I would assume, somewhere near Trumpington, that modern housing estate. But up there is, and I think I'm correct in saying this because I just saw a bus whiz past, is the Cambridge Guided Busway. So on day of recording, it is a Sunday and the buses are every hour, and I've just missed one. So I'm not going to be waiting here. I mean, I might come back later, as you can see. It is the Cambridge Guided Busway, which is just, a specific road for buses, which looks more like a train tram sort of thing. I'm not going to try and act like some expert on it because I'm not really sure. But yeah, it kind of looks like it runs on these rails or something like that. But yeah, Cambridge Guided Busway. So that is the other side of Cambridge South Station. This side's more green, open land, whereas the other side's more university buildings, tech, and modern stuff. So it's a nice contrast, and obviously a nice new station in Cambridge South. Anyway, let's head back towards the station. Another thing to note is that the station is step-free with lots of lifts on each platform, and also from train to platform, as there are many ramps on each platform. And this is a Great Northern train going direct to London King's Cross non-stop in less than an hour. That was Cambridge South Station, Britain's newest railway station. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.